If you've ever had a recipe that calls for kale, or you're just looking to add some more different kinds of greens to your salad, I highly suggest adding kale to your salad. It's a nutrition superfood, and it's a powerhouse full of vitamins and minerals and all kinds of fantastic things. So here you have just your regular, like, curly kind of kale, right? But what you'll find is if you try to make a salad and you just chop this up and put it in your salad, it's gonna kind of feel like eating wood chips. It's really coarse, and a lot of people don't like it because that's their first impression. But what you don't realize is there's a couple of tricks that you can do that make it a much more smooth texture. It tastes really good, but it just mixes into your salad a lot better, and you'll like it a lot more, I promise. You gotta love the kale. Trust me on this. Okay, so the first thing I do is I take a piece of kale and I just remove it from the woody stalk in the middle. So I just kind of pull it like that. Okay, just take all the leaf part. It comes off really easily. You're just left with this little wood stem. That will be a little too coarse no matter how much you love it. So take it off, and then you'll just be left with a pile of curly leaves like that. Okay, and then the next thing you're going to want to do is just chop it, you know, pretty bite-sized. Just kind of go through and chop it. Lots of chopping. See, this doesn't look like love, but trust me, you will love the kale. You're going to chop it up until you got good bite-sized pieces. Okay, now here is where it needs love. Okay, so you're going to dump it into a big bowl, like so. And then you can use some different things for this process, but you don't necessarily have to. I often will sprinkle in just a teensy bit of kosher salt, just a little bit, because I don't want it to be like too overpowering, but it gives it some abrasive quality that helps what I'm about to do. Okay, so next thing you gotta do, you have to massage your kale. I know, it seems crazy, but it needs to be loved. It really wants to be rubbed and massaged. So you're just gonna get your hands in there, you're gonna squeeze and massage and rub. More squeezing, picking up the pieces where they fall. And you're gonna do this for about, I mean, really, I'm just squeezing and rubbing together, and you'll see it just starts to change. So I usually do this about, I'd say like 3 or 4 minutes. So I'll join you on the flip side. Okay, so as you see, I've been at it for a couple of minutes now, and the texture has already totally changed. It's no longer like stiff like it was before. It's a lot softer now. And so now when you add it to your salad, it'll just kind of blend in with whatever other greens you're going to add to it, or it can just stand on its own. You can just make a kale salad, but trust me, if you massage it, you will love it so much more, and it will love you, because you massaged it, and you cared for it, and you loved it, and then you ate it. So there you go, massage your kale, that's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so look at this beauteous salad I just made with my freshly massaged kale. I had cooked up some quinoa, so that's in the bottom. I added my kale and some cut up tomatoes and cucumbers and some onion, and I've got some dressing that I made with, it's just olive oil, red wine vinegar, a squirt of half a lemon, some garlic, some like Mrs. Dash type no salt seasoning, some pepper, just your basic kind of run-of-the-mill dressing, poured over the top. And this is kind of like a Greek style Mediterranean salad. and it'll be super delish. You can add some black olives, some Kalamata olives would be really good, and maybe a little light feta cheese for the top, and voila, delicioso.